So Damien, we hear a lot about the word accountability, but we might have a lot of viewers that don't know what accountability is supposed to look like. If that's you, stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Damien.
And I'm Kenady, and today we're talking about the characteristics of accountability. But before we get started, we just want to thank you all for liking, sharing, subscribing. You might be new to the channel, and we just wanted to show you our heart behind why we're doing this. We care so much about giving tips and advice and just wisdom and knowledge that we have learned on our journey and continue to learn about cultivating healthy relationships. So if that's you, we're so glad for you to join us and continue to just comment, share, and pass it on to someone that you might feel like needs it. So Damien, go ahead and take us.
Kenady, I'm so excited about this particular message, and this is going to be a series. We're going to have 2 more videos after this. This is like a play on off of that back to school video we did. So if you haven't watched that, please go back and watch it. But today we're going to talk about accountability, and Kenady understands that this is so important to me. And so number 1, and we're going to talk about the facts today. And let's do hashtag. If you're at home right now, let's hashtag facts. And we want to show you the hashtag facts of accountability. So number 1 is the F of accountability, and it's faithfulness. Kenady, what does faithfulness mean to you?
I just feel like someone who doesn't give up, that continues, even if you don't really see progress as fast as you want to, but just has the heart to continue and not to give up, have that resilience, that faithfulness that always shows up regardless of how they feel, how the weather is, what's going on in their life, that they're just dedicated and faithful to that.
So when you select your accountability, you want somebody who has this characteristic of faithfulness. That means that they're showing up for work. They actually going to work. They're showing up for their families. They're not giving up on their families. They're also showing up to church, right? You want that characteristic. And some of the synonyms behind faithfulness is consistency. They have this allegiance to you. So that's number 1. You want that person to have faithfulness. And before we even go further, you need to have some of these keys for yourself. You can't expect your accountability to have all these hashtag facts and not you having the same thing.
So Damien, what's the A stand for in facts?
So A stands for availability. Why is this important, Kenady, for your accountability to be available?
Well, when you're trying to have those meetings or have someone look into your life, they have to have the time to and be reachable. You're able to contact them, and just, you don't want somebody who's so busy that when you're needing that help or that advice, they're not able to be there when you need it.
And this, in this particular point, this is why I have multiple accountabilities, because life happens, right? They might have a kid, somebody might get sick, there might be a death in the family. And so when you talk about availability, don't put all that pressure on that one person. Jesus Christ was available. And so this person is committing to you, being intentional to say, I'm going to be there. We're going to have those scheduled meetings with each other. So Kenady, what's the C stand for in hashtag facts?
Character. So you want someone that has a good character. You don't want to get advice from somebody who isn't living that life out themselves. So kind of take us a little deeper in character, Damien.
So character stands for the moral compass of the person, right? You want somebody who has integrity, right? And you can be faithful but be doing the wrong things, right? So you want somebody who's actually going to church, somebody who's actually praying, somebody who's actually reading the Bible. Also, but you want somebody who is not only faithful, but have that character. When I think about character, I think about characters in the movies, right? When we are attached to different characters in movies, there are certain pressures that happen that expose the character. We want to be attracted to our accountability who's been through a couple of things, right? So when I go through things, I know I can count on them and call them because they have that character. So Kenady, T, what does that stand for?
T stands for transparent. So you want somebody that is going to be real with you and not want to have this mask like they've never been through anything, like what you mentioned about the character and the pressures and that they've gone through something, but being able to share and open up and be real and not just think that they're some perfect person and that they, don't have any struggles any demons that they're battling or any mindsets that they have to continually give to God. So you want somebody that's easily to share those things with you.
And that helps us be transparent as well. Again, like Kennedy said, you want those people to share the things that they're going through, some of the struggles. We all go through mental thoughts that are probably impure, right? Or impure. And so we want a person who is able to share those things when we're going into those meetings, so it can open us up and we can have a effective meeting, an effective accountability meeting.
Yeah, that's good. So what is S?
S. Oh my goodness. Now this, y'all have to lean in on this one, because a lot of people think they have the fact, but they don't got the S. And so the S for facts is being sensitive to the Holy Spirit. Mm-hmm. You want somebody who is a disciple of Christ, and not only a disciple, but have a relationship with the Holy Spirit. Why is that important? Well, because sometimes you might need a spanking, and not a physical spanking, but somebody who is bold enough to expose the dark areas in your life. But sometimes in accountability, you might need that caring and that loving, and it's going to be all right, and more encouraging. Mm-hmm. But that's why you need somebody who is sensitive to the Spirit of God, because in their prayer time, they will know exactly what you need.
And I think also so important with that discerning factor as well too, because you might be someone that's trying to hide something, and they're like, I sense something is up. Come on, tell me about it. But you also want somebody, that isn't afraid to call you out. So sometimes having best friends be your accountability in certain areas might not be the best, unless there's somebody that keeps it real and they don't care, and they're going to tell what the Holy Spirit tells them to say. So you really want to be mindful that when you have an accountability person or trying to seek that they are somebody who is bold and not afraid to tell the truth, in love though, but telling the truth.
Yeah.
So that was our hashtag facts for the character of accountability. So if you enjoyed it or something really spoke out to you, feel free to comment or like, share, subscribe, and pass it on to somebody else. As we said before, this isn't just for the person that you're seeking as accountability, but characteristics that you need to have as well.
That's so true.
So not being afraid to seek that out in somebody. And if you have somebody who's your accountability partner and you feel like they aren't doing what you need them to be in that area, don't be afraid to have that conversation. And even having multiple accountabilities or having different people in different areas of your life, whether it be finance or whether it be relationship or mentor or just with your walk with Christ, it's okay to have different people in that area and they're strong in.
That's a good point, Kennedy. Accountability doesn't start with a romantic relationship. It can happen in your business. It can happen in leadership. It can happen at work. And even usually people have accountability in training their bodies. That's accountability coach. And so just don't think about this as just a relationship, romantic kind of thing. This is a life thing. And so we're so excited for you and you walking with us through this journey. Again, this is the second part of a 4-part series, starting with the back to school relationship advice. And so the next one, we are so excited about that one, and we're going to be talking about boundaries and going in. So my name is Damien Nash.
And I'm Kenady Pitts for 34 more days.
Oh my goodness. Look, we are almost at the finish line. We thank you so much for walking with us. Like, share, and subscribe, and we will see y'all next time. See ya.